4 fastest and cheapest Madden 20 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, EasyMut.com. Use code VENM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's on? It's Fred here, back in the video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to run a one-play touchdown here out of the gun bunch formation. Now, the play that we're going to be running today is going to be this deep corner. You guys might have seen it if you sort of follow competitive Madden. This has sort of taken over as one of the better plays out of the gun bunch as of late. A lot of people running it just because it has a ton of deadly routes in the play. We have this deep dig, we have that post, and we also have that corner route. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is put my fastest receiver right here on the left side. And since you're going to want to run your bunch to the left for this setup, but since I'm on the right hash, that's why I'm running my bunch to the left. If I was on the right or the left hash, I would be running my bunch to the right side. So, like I said, just put your fastest guy on that deep post, whatever hash mark you're running it on, and let's just come out in the play. I guess if you want to put another receiver there, you would just put your best other receiver in the slot where Hardman is. Now, also, if you have a route technician or a slot apprentice, I think you also want to put him there just because that's where everybody puts him in bunch, and you can also get a better corner route there. So, anyways, what I'm going to go ahead and do, start our setup. For these one-play touchdowns, typically you're going to want to max protect just to get the most amount of time for that route to develop. That's also a reason that I am running this on the short side of the field. That's why the post is sort of going on the short side of the field, if you guys didn't notice, just because it takes less time to develop. I'm going to need less time in the pocket, and it will just be easier for me to throw. So what I'm also going to do is put B on a comeback here. He's just going to go ahead and pull down that outside third. I'll show you guys a little bit more in depth on the instant replay. And then I'm actually going to leave Mecole Hardman on his route just because a lot of times the user will follow corner outs. You hit him with that a couple of times before you run this play, and he's just going to be worried about it. He might even start off using on that left, and you might not even have enough time to recover depending on how fast that receiver is that you have. So this is the full setup. Something else I'm going to do is slide my pass protection to the right. I'm going to double team this D end on the right side. This just ensures that we're able to roll out to the right without any problems, and we are able to get the best angle on this pass that we can. So I'm just going to go ahead and snap the ball here, easily roll out to the right. You can actually set your feet. You don't have to, though, and we are able to pass lead that to the right side. If you guys don't know how to pass lead, I sometimes get this comment. You're just going to go ahead and hold your left stick to that right side, and right before you release the ball, your quarterback will throw it out to that side just a little bit more than he typically would without the pass lead. So once again, the setup just going to be max protect. I'm going to baseline my defense here, and I'm just going to put B on a comeback, double team this D end, and slide to the right. So super easy setup, doesn't take a lot of steps or adjustments that you have to do. And then I'm actually going to try to hit him on the run. Sometimes the pass does get off a little bit quicker if you throw it on the run, so I'll just wait to scramble out now, and you guys see, easily able to hit that on the run. Make a user click on catch just to ensure that we're not getting intercepted, and then we get the best animation. Sometimes on these bombs you might get a bad rat catch animation, and the way you do that is just click on that receiver, make a little swerve, and then go ahead and hold X for that rat catch. So I'll show you guys one last time here on the short side of the field, and then I'll head into the instant replay. Just max protecting, sliding to the right, double teaming that D end, and putting B on a comeback. Snap the ball here. Actually didn't base the line there on my defense, but you guys see it doesn't really make a difference. That receiver is so fast that he is easily able to run past that middle third anyway. So overall, just a super simple setup. I'll show you guys how the play sort of works here in the instant replay. Now, I want you to take a look at Sammy Watkins here. We know that the coverage is going to be cover 3, and Sammy Watkins is going to go ahead. He's running his comeback route. You guys see Tyreek Hill is already over there just because we're running this on the short side of the field. That's another reason, just because by the time this corner gets pulled down, even though he doesn't get pulled down too much, we've already almost released the ball, and there's no way he's going to make a play by that, especially with the fast receiver. You guys see he's way too far back, and we are easily able to make that catch. I'll show you guys this setup on the wide side and see how far he actually does get pulled down on the full comeback route. But if I wanted to ensure him getting pulled down a little bit more, I could just smart out that comeback and make it a little bit shorter. But that is it. That, you guys see the outside third has no chance on making a play on that deep post, and just passing that to the right, easily make that catch. So I'm actually just going to quickly run it one last time here on the short side of the field. Let's just baseline the defense here, and you can just go ahead and snap the ball, roll out to the right, Now you guys see I actually was getting pressured, so I just sort of ran forward, stepped up in the pocket so I get a better animation throwing the ball, and it is money. So I'm going to respot the ball here, head on to the wide side. You guys will see that this route is going to take a little bit longer to develop, but ultimately it usually does get a little bit more open than on the short side, but the chances of getting sacked are a lot higher, and even if they have a good cornerback, they might be able to actually make a click on play. I haven't seen it happen, but if you're playing someone like super good, then they might be able to make that play. So we have pretty much the same exact setup as the other one, actually the same exact setup, and we're just gonna go ahead and run our play here. We actually had a terrible animation there, so I had to release the ball earlier than I wanted to. But you guys see, we still make the catch, but if I was throwing that on the short side, he would have already been out in front. That's where the extra time does come into play right there. So again, max protect, be on a comeback, double team that guy, slide to the right. Sometimes the double team is a little bit weird where those two offensive linemen end up double teaming rather than the running back and the right tackle, and that's why Dexter Lawrence came free on that play, but it's just something you have to deal with. More times than not, he's not going to come free. He just actually looped out there. So you guys see, we get that animation. I actually kind of have to roll out, then set my feet. But you guys see, we do have a couple of more yards of separation that sort of takes out any potential chance that they can click onto the safety and make a play there. I wasn't even base aligned, and we still had like 5 yard separation. Again, max protect, slide to the right, double team this guy, be on a comeback, and snap it. Roll out to the right here. We are under pressure. Chuck it up. I just kind of had to chuck that up. Not going to be a completion, but you guys see he was still open. I'm just going to run it one last time here really quickly just to see. Hopefully this guy doesn't get a block shed. All right, we finally baited him onto that left guard. Easily able to lead that out there. But you guys see, it doesn't make too big of a difference. The only difference is that it does take longer to develop, but that's pretty much it. Now I'm actually going to go ahead, head out in our play, and show you guys a couple of other setups that I like to run out of it. So let's head into the deep corner. I'm actually just going to run this on the right side. Let's actually move Tyreek Hill in the slot because I kind of like him running this corner out a little bit better. And let's just go against random zone coverage. This is primarily going to be zone. Alright, now we are out in our play. Now, like I said, if you do have a slot apprentice, that's just where you can get the extra routes from the slot. I would say put him here in the slot where we have Tyreek Hill. You can definitely put him on a better corner route that sets up these plays a lot better than the corner route that we have, but it's definitely still a usable play if you don't have that. Basic setup I like to run is just smart out X, and then you can sort of quick snap it. You basically have a read between the dig and this corner out. Here I'm going to take the corner out just because of how open he is, but I could have actually also taken X. A lot of time the user will take away that corner out, so you kind of will be stuck with taking X, but you can also just dump it down to A. Here we get like quarters through deep, so I'm just going to take the flat. I don't really want to go against that coverage anyway, but again, I'll show you guys that setup one last time. Something else you can do is just put B on a streak if you want him to be a little bit better clear out than he is sometimes on that outside third zone. I'm always smart outing X if I'm having him on that dig, just so he's a little bit shorter. Just makes life a little bit easier on you. So snap the ball here. I'm going to set my feet. Look how open RB is. He's going to be like a zone beating corner route. Now, if you have the slot apprentice, which I would definitely recommend, he becomes like a man beating route. He's faster to develop, a lot more. You can throw him out in front of the user a little bit more and not really have to worry about him making a play on the ball. Here, you kind of have to wait to see if the user is going to follow him all the way out there. Otherwise, you might not be able to make a play. There, I actually had B for a touchdown, so I missed my read. But that was definitely a missed opportunity. One last time, though. Let's just put B on a streak. Snap the ball here. We'll see if we can actually get B open. I highly doubt it. We're going to get the flats open. And in situations like that where it looks like a cloud flat, you kind of have to wait. Because if I threw that corner out, it would have been baited and intercepted. So I'm perfectly fine, though, taking my flat and being on my way. Now, a max protect setup that I actually kind of like is just going to be max protect. I'm just going to put B on a streak and X on a drag. You can also run the max protect setup with X on this deep in route still if you want. Basically either throwing it to our corner or our dig. I'm actually going to hit the dig. You guys see the corner. It's completely open, but this dig route is super difficult to defend. A lot of times people will actually use that weak side linebacker expecting X to just be on a drag and just go left to right immediately anyways. So a lot of times that dig is just going to get open. There's no zones there, especially if he's using and it's super frustrating to defend. You have to worry about this corner out and this deep dig. There you guys saw I actually popped off that one play touchdown, so that's a setup that I might go over maybe in another video, but that's just the basics of it. It actually did get open. I wasn't really planning that, but obviously if that corner out pulls down the outside third, you can take that. Again, rolling out, you guys see RB, wide open, pass lead, simple play. Now something that you can actually do that's a unique setup that I've seen some people run is just put like A on an in route, Y on a wheel, and then X on a streak. And then they're just going to motion B over and have him blocking. This is just kind of a flood concept. Typically you're expecting him to use the corner out like I said, but if he sees this wheel route or this tight end on an in route, he might follow that left side just to open up the corner out more. Like I said, a motion Watkins over on this block just to open up a little bit more, and you can still hit RB. I would have also had A probably open as well, but that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well for some more Fire Madden 20 content. And also toss a follow on Twitter. My link will be down below in the description, so make sure you go check that out. And peace. I'm out of here.